Y'all killing me with this.
Hating on him, you know. This is basically him, like, kind of putting out like an apology video. You know how when YouTube creators do something wrong, they always have to put out an apology video and be like, yo, I'm sorry I said the N-word, bro. Like, I really didn't mean it. They go, here's a podcast clip of you saying it 56 times in a row. They go, I'm sorry, man. I don't even say it that much, you know. You know, this is kind of like what Tony's doing right now. You know, it's kind of like his apology video. Now listen to this asshole talk about censorship. This one really set me off.
It's fucking wild. I was the news for 9.5 days during a fucking huge election. Didn't make any sense. It was never my intention to swing to swing an election.
Oh, look at that. Look at this asshole. Watch him. Look, he almost misses the fucking stool. He's stumbling over his shit. Kind of like how I'm doing this episode. Very ironic. I'm like really struggling to keep this whole thing together. I'm like really stoned right now. But look at this guy. He's like trying to keep this together. A lot of pauses in between his words and stuff. Trying to put thoughts and string them together as he goes along. He goes to reach back for that stool. He almost misses it like a complete dope. Watch this.
Swing.
Look at him. Oh, look. Going for round two. Look at. He misses the first one. If only I had a cartoon slide whistle, you know that. Like that. That he misses the first one. And then he gets it.
But, god damn it.
What an asshole. He still doesn't know. He still can't sit in the fucking stool. Look at this fucking prick.
It's right time, I guess.
Let's time that out. How long did it take Tony to sit in that fucking stool? What? And it started like 6 feet back. Look at this guy. Watch him. Look. Okay, from the first grab until now. One.
To swing an election. But, god damn it. Right place, right time, I guess.
12 goddamn seconds. Took this guy 12 fucking seconds to sit down in this fucking stool. We're losing him. He's like struggling right now.
I've never considered myself a very political guy. But about a month before all this happened, we found out from YouTube that there's new words that they want us to censor. New words that you have to bleep out or you don't make money anymore.
Oh, okay. You don't make money. This one really fucking like I make like jokes and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And I'll seem like I'm getting like worked up about something on the show. It's all to add to like a little joking effect for whatever I'm talking about. This legitimately fucking set me off. And this is why. Is because all of these fucking comedian assholes, they go, we're like the last line of defense for free speech, man. Like, you know, we're like really the bastion of like free speech, us comedians, you know? Because like if it wasn't for us, then like there would be no free speech. Like we could say whatever we want, man. We don't have to like confide to like the rules of the system. You still don't. You still don't. Now Tony is sitting there going, YouTube, they have like all these new words that they want us to bleep or we won't get paid. Like, yeah, you don't have to bleep them, right? And this is what like a lot of people probably don't understand about like the YouTube videos that they watch, right? That's just the money that you're going to make from YouTube. So meaning like if you watch a video on YouTube and you know how it'll stop like 5 minutes in, there'll be like an ad for like Wegovy or some shit like that. You watch it for 10 seconds, you skip the ad. So now that that counted as a view toward the person that you watched the video of, and now they're going to get paid because that ad happened to go by. You know what I mean? And there are stipulations behind like what counts as a view and what doesn't. But that's basically what it is. You're making money from the AdSense of the YouTube account that you're associated with. if those videos don't get demonetized, or those videos don't get monetized, right? If YouTube demonetizes them, yeah, you won't get paid from that video on YouTube. But when you watch a show like Kill Tony, right? And they open the show by going, "This episode was brought to you by ZipRecruiter, Safe Space, whatever, Wagovi, Simply Safe, whatever, Keeps, Hims underwear." When they say all that shit, they're getting paid from all that. That doesn't matter jack shit to the censorship of the YouTube video. YouTube could fucking demonetize every single video on the whole channel, right? Every single one that has sponsorships within the video, they still get paid. So now he's sitting there being greedy as fuck, right? Because I'm sure he's making plenty of goddamn money off of the other sponsorships outside of YouTube. That YouTube money, nobody is making a full-time living off of just the money that they get paid from YouTube. They're worried about it because, yeah, it adds to the pot. But someone like a show like Kill Tony, it's getting money from the live ticket sales. It's getting money from all the theater shows that it does, right? Every single week it sells out the comedy mothership. Then on top of that, every episode's got like 6 or 7 different sponsorships on it. You're probably getting paid like $30,000 to $40,000 per sponsor, maybe even more than that, because of how big the show is. A show like Kill Tony, a show as big as Kill Tony, doesn't need any money from YouTube. So all of this shit talking that he's doing, saying they're censoring us, but they're not. I don't bleep any of my videos. Sometimes they get demonetized. Nobody's coming to my house and arresting me, saying, "Yo, you do it again, like you're going away for a long time." But nobody's doing that. You're choosing to do that because of the money that you want to miss out on. It's probably like a very insignificant amount of money when you consider the bigger picture, but yet you want to sit there and bitch about how YouTube is censoring you, right? They're not. And that kind of set me off, I'm not going to lie. So rant over, let's listen to this joke. If it'll play. Am I tripping here? Oh, I guess I think I fucked something up. Okay, let's open that again and go back to the part that we were at with the stool, right? You know, now I'm like floundering this last little chunk.
The swinging election. But, god damn it. Right place, right time, I guess. I've never considered myself a very political guy. But about a month before all this happened, we found out from YouTube that there's new words that they want us to censor. New words that you have to bleep out or you don't make money anymore. New words, like the C word. Guess you can't say the C word anymore because you know who will get mad. Give you a hint, it's not men.
Oh, this is so edgy, bro. Like this guy, I'm telling you. If it wasn't for Kill Tony, dude, this guy would not be fucking shit. Like, he had to come up with Kill Tony. It was like, legitimately, he had no other choice but to come up with some sort of gimmick like Kill Tony. Because if he would have just been going off of just his stand-up alone, you would not hear about this guy. I mean, maybe he would have got lucky, you know, staying friends with Brian Redband. Dude, he would have, him and Redband, both the same, they would have been just as well known as each other. Because, again, if it wasn't for Redband being friends with Joe Rogan and having Kill Tony, nobody would even know who the fuck he is. It's the same shit. Both of them are the same guy. Tony's good in, like, conversation, bringing quips back and forth and shit, roasting, stuff like that, real on-the-fly stuff. Yeah, he's not bad with that. But you can't just go up every set and do crowd work unless you're Matt Rife. You know? So it's like, this guy's stand-up, it's just like Joe Rogan. You know what I mean? It doesn't hold up. We like the podcast, maybe. Okay. People like the podcast. The show? I mean, if it wasn't for the podcast, dude, people would not go. And the fact that he's like sitting down trying to do this whole like Dave Chappelle type thing, that's the whole sitting on the stool thing. You know what I mean? He's trying to do like a Chappelle. softening his voice and shit, trying to get all philosophical with what he's saying, but throwing in like a joke every now and then. That's like some Dave Chappelle type shit.
And it's not women with a sense of humor. It's cunts. Yeah. Cunts will get mad if you say the C word 100% of the time. They've been called it before. It brings back the memories. Fag! Can't say fag anymore. One of the greatest words in comedy history.
See what I'm talking about? This is Tony kind of like trying to lean in. I was saying that earlier, leaning into people calling him gay and stuff. This is a comedy genius right here. He just looks, it gets all silent. He goes, fags. Oh, fags. Oh, God. You can't say the word fag anymore. Everyone's dying. Everyone's dying, dude. Why? Because they're stuck at the mothership. They all might as well have guns to their fucking heads, right? And that, I don't know, that one really just fucking set me off. Now listen to this asshole talk about how he wants Trump and everyone to like him. This I thought was great because if you remember the one time we covered Tony, when he had this whole Puerto Rico joke debacle shit, Trump was going on other interviews. He's like, I don't know this guy, Tony. I don't want to know this guy, Tony. I'll never want to know this guy, Tony. He's like, denounce this motherfucker. Second that joke hit the fucking viral airwaves, Trump was like, never heard of him. You know what I mean? Now he's sitting there making jokes. How he's like, of course I want to be part of the cool club. Yeah. I want to go golfing with Trump. Yeah. Listen to this fucking homo.
Just weathering the storm. I end up getting a fucking flight that night. I had a flight that night, the last direct flight from New York to back to Austin. And I didn't even get to fucking meet Trump. Yeah.
Aw, everyone. Aw. I didn't get to meet Trump. Yeah, you said that shit on... Bro, Trump's people are not stupid, okay? As soon as that joke came out of your mouth, all his people started... They smashed a big red button. It was like, meh, meh, meh. Everyone was like, yo, hit the fucking bunkers... Get Trump out of here. He can't be seen anywhere near this guy. They're like, someone's going to pick this up. In the left-wing media, they're going to have a field day with this. Okay? So the second he made that joke, they're like, dude, the second this guy's set is over, lock him up in one of those back rooms. We got to bring Trump out through this hallway. We do not want him anywhere near Trump. You know, the second that happened. So yeah, of course, they saw the writing on the wall. The second you made the joke, they were like, this guy's fucking done.
Yeah. And I didn't get paid for this either. Oh, yeah. No, yeah. I found out fucking Beyonce, 10 million. Cardi B, 5 million. Glorilla, 3.5. Eminem, 1.8. Oprah, $1 million. I'm like, I thought we were doing this out of the kindness of our heart. They don't believe in the person. They're telling the country to vote. What?
No, you're just fucking stupid. Look, this is what's funny about this. Is like, Joe Rogan actually talked about this too, right? He goes, I had her on my podcast. I didn't make any money. You know, Joe Rogan doesn't pay his guests, right? So like, you go on a podcast 9 times out of 10, it's just like a networking thing. Nobody's paying each other to go on each other's podcasts or something, right? But to do a live event, that's a different story, right? So, yeah, they didn't pay you because they knew that you were like a dribbling cuck that wanted to be part of the club, you know what I mean? So they go, hey, Trump, I think we can save some shekels, you know? And Trump's like, yeah, we'll call this one earned media. You know what I mean? It's earned media. So they say, hey, Tony, you want to really help out the cause? You know, you want to do a couple... Tony's like chomping at the bit. He's like, absolutely. Anything I can do for Senior Trump, you know? Yeah. So they know, they go, okay, now we got a free comedian out of this. You're just an idiot. You did a live comedy set. You should have charged them for a live comedy set. You know what I mean? but you were scared that they were going to say no to you, right? You're about to prove this to us. This is how badly you wanted to be part of the club.
I bought my own fucking round trip flight.
Look at what was that face? Look, dude, this is like the greatest thing. I bought my own round trip flights. He goes, ha, like a fucking vampire. Look at this guy.
My own fucking round trip flight.
Look at what is he doing? What is he fucking doing? Is this like you doing like a Jerry Seinfeld? Is that what's happening here? Like, what the fuck is this? Dude, this is insane.
I bought my own fucking round trip flight. Yeah. What are we talking about here? I bought my own flights. I got my own hotel. I cut the C word joke. Because I want these people to like me. Yeah, I'm saying it. I want to be on the winning side. I want to fucking be there. I want to hang out. I want to eat Big Macs on a golf course with the big guy.
What the fuck?
Look at this evil son of a bitch. Look at him. Oh, man. What a fucking loser, dude. I want to be part of the winning side. I want to eat Big Macs with Donald Trump. You know what I mean? Like, dude, it doesn't get any cringier than this shit right here. And you know what the craziest part about this is? If somebody came on Kill Tony, excuse me, Bert Kreischer. If somebody came on Kill Tony, right? And they did the set that Tony did. Like, if they go, hey, if Tony's like, hey, we're going to give this next comedian 30 minutes. And they go and they show up with this bullshit, right? Tony's going to fucking blast the shit out of them. Like, the whole panel, the judges, everyone's going to blast the fuck out of whatever comedian comes on stage with these jokes. Somebody on Kill Tony goes up there and goes, I bought my own flight. Tony's they're gonna fucking lose their minds making fun of these guys. One of them is gonna actually have a heart attack because they're gonna be roasting them so goddamn hard. Yet Tony goes up there, he thinks that he's like the fucking man with this shit because the mothership crowd is sucking his dick. I wonder how he does in like Toledo, Ohio or whatever. Like they cannot be receptive to this bullshit. You go somewhere where like all of this like big talk, like this like, oh, I did a Madison Square Garden show. I'm bragging the whole time, but this is my comedy. You go somewhere where like the median income is like fucking $40,000 a year. They're not going to relate to this shit. Nobody's going to laugh at this. They're going to be like, who's this rich asshole talking about all this stupid shit? We don't even know what the fuck he's saying. Like, you know, nobody's going to jive with this, you know? So it's very interesting to watch him drop something like this. I don't know. This all speaks for the fact that like nobody's picked up a comedy special from this guy in years. The last comedy special he had on Netflix called One Shot, right? They licensed it for one term. That's it. You know, Netflix does this now. They license that kind of stuff, right? The reason you can still watch other people's comedy specials on Netflix is because people come back to those specials, so Netflix renews the licenses, right? So Tom Segura, if you go on Netflix, right, you type in Tom Segura, you'll see like a whole catalog of specials, right? And you'll see some of them be like, oh, this one's 6 years old, this one's 8 years old, whatever. Yeah, Netflix keeps renewing the licensing with Tom Segura because Tom Segura's comedy is relevant to at least some people, right? Why won't they do that with someone like Tony? Because they know. They go, aside from Kill Tony, nobody gives a fuck about this guy. His comedy has never spoke for himself. Netflix execs and shit like that in Hollywood and Austin, Texas, they go to comedy shows. They like scout for these types of things. Guarantee you they've been to a bunch of sets where Tony was the headliner or whatever the situation may be. Why ain't they pick up a special from him in all these years? Why? I don't know. Maybe it's just me. You know what I mean? maybe there are other people who are starting to see the whole thing for what it is, you know?
And hold my fart like a bong rip.